From the Cardinal Television Studios, I'm Justin Gould with your Fisher News Brief. 10 people were hospitalized after an attack Monday at Ohio State University, where a knife-wielding man ran down a group of pedestrians with his vehicle, then chased after bystanders with a butcher knife. Monica Moll, director of the OSU Department of Public Safety, says they started getting emergency calls mid-Monday morning.
The emergency dispatch center got a report that a vehicle had struck pedestrians. At 9:53, an OSU PD officer called out on the radio that shots were fired. He engaged a suspect who had gotten out of the vehicle after hitting pedestrians. The suspect cut multiple individuals. The officer engaged the suspect and shot and killed the suspect.
And as of Monday, 9 victims are in stable condition and 1 is in critical condition. Rachel Lemester witnessed the horrific act and is in shock.
It's not real. You go numb. It's not supposed to happen. Sorry. So yeah, it's scary. It was really scary. We barricaded ourselves in our rooms like we were taught, turned off our lights, and just hunkered down.
I'm very proud of the students and the faculty and the staff at OSU to do exactly what they needed to do, and that was to get someplace safe. We know that people did not try to be a part of that scene. They tried to get away from it, which is the right thing to do. So I'm very, very pleased with the reaction of everybody. We should not ever take for granted that the best thing to do is to protect yourself.
Police are still looking for a motive at this time. And Cuba is now in the 4th day of national mourning for the former leader who died Friday at age 90. There are huge lines in Havana of people waiting to view Castro's ashes. Earlier Monday, Castro was honored with a 21-gun salute in Havana and in Santiago de Cuba. The salutes are among a number of observances and gatherings in Cuba ahead of Castro's funeral on Sunday. Scott McLean is in Havana with the latest.
Tyrant, dictator, revolutionary. Fidel Castro was many things to many people. The 90-year-old former Cuban president died over the weekend, leaving his country, at least officially, in mourning. At 9 a.m., a 21-gun salute honoring the former president, the first of many public displays across the island. Castro hadn't held power since 2008 when sickness forced him to transfer power to his brother Raul. But his passing undoubtedly marks the end of an important chapter in Cuban history and leaves many Cubans wondering what might change without the man who led the nation's revolution. Many Cuban exiles in Miami cheered Fidel Castro's death, so many whose families were forever separated. They hope it leads to a brighter future on the island.
We are celebrating the future freedom of Cuba because we believe that after this moment, many things are going to change in Cuba.
But in Havana, no one is celebrating. On Saturday, students at the University of Havana, where Castro once studied, chanted, "I am Fidel," in honor of his death.
He was not only an example to Cuba, he was an example to America Latina, and I believe that he was an example to the entire world.
Castro was cremated on Saturday. Mourners began paying their respects Monday morning, lining up in Havana's Revolutionary Square. Castro's ashes will stay at the Ministry of Defense until Wednesday before they're taken east to Santiago de Cuba, where his funeral and burial will take place. In Havana, I'm Scott McLean.
And the Japanese theme park Space World has apologized for freezing 5,000 fish in a skating rink. The park was forced to close the attraction on Sunday after public backlash. The special winter attraction was called Freezing Port and included fish, crabs, and other shellfish embedded into the ice. Space World manager Toshima Takeden told CNN that the social media reaction has been brutal. He says that the park will remove the fish from the skate rink, hold a religious service for them, and reuse them as fertilizer. And it's like Willy Wonka except with football and beer. Bud Light is offering one lucky fan Super Bowl tickets for life. Here's what you have to do. Find one of the 37,000 golden Bud Light cans being distributed across the country. Then take a picture with the can and post it on social media with the hashtag SBTixForLife. Leading up to the Super Bowl, 6 winners will be chosen per week to get a pair of season tickets to their favorite team. Then from that group, the big winner will be picked during the week of January 16th. The promotion started Monday. And that's all of today's headlines. I'm Justin Gould with Fisher News Brief.